The Shadow in the Park introduction. Imagine a quiet evening in a small town. Summer is coming to an end, the leaves on the trees are starting to turn yellow, and the park is bathed in the soft orange glow of streetlights. Mothers push strollers, kids run around, and couples sit on benches. No one suspects that among the trees, evil is waiting. Evil that picks its victims and waits for the right moment. Chapter 1. The first disappearance. The first to vanish was 12-year-old Emily. It happened in August. She was hanging out in the park with her friends, but walked off for just a few minutes and was never seen again. Her parents searched the park, called the police, but all they found was her scrunchie lying in the bushes near the playground. No other trace. The cameras in the park just happened to not be working that night. Chapter 2. Strange rumors. After Emily disappeared, people started noticing a strange man in the park. He sat on the same bench every night, dressed in a long black coat and a dark baseball cap. His face was hidden in the shadows, and no one could really see what he looked like. Whenever someone paid too much attention to him, he'd slip deeper into the trees and vanish. Kids whispered that he would talk to them when adults weren't looking. A boy on the swing said the man offered him candy and asked him to show where it was quietest. No one took it seriously until the next girl went missing. Chapter 3. The second victim. 2 weeks later, another girl disappeared. 10-year-old Sarah. She was rollerblading down the path. Her mom looked away for just a second to answer her phone, and when she turned back, Sarah was gone. Only one glove lay on the ground by the flower bed. This time, witnesses claimed to see a shadow slipping into the woods at the park's edge. An old man even swore he heard a girl scream, a sound that was quickly cut off. But the police found nothing. Chapter 4. Vanished in broad daylight. In the third week, it happened in the middle of the day. 14-year-old Megan disappeared while walking with her younger brother. She told him she was going to the bathroom and never came back. He went to look for her a few minutes later, but the bathroom was empty. They searched every stall. Nothing. No scream. No struggle. She was simply gone. After that, parents stopped bringing their kids to the park. Rumors about a kidnapper swept through town. But who was he? How did he choose his victims? And why couldn't anyone catch him? Chapter 5. The girl who came back a month after Emily disappeared. She was found on the edge of town one rainy night, barefoot, walking along the highway. She was filthy, thin, and covered in bruises. At the hospital, she wouldn't speak at first, but then she finally told her story. She said the man in black called her over behind the swings. At first, she wasn't scared. He smiled and spoke softly. Then he threw a bag over her head and dragged her away. She didn't see where he took her, only felt him pulling her down a long staircase. Then came a cold, damp basement that smelled of dirt, mold, and iron. In the dark, she heard another voice, small, scared, crying for their mom. Every day he came, bringing water and a scrap of bread. Sometimes he'd say one of them would leave soon, and then someone would disappear, and the basement grew quieter. One day, he forgot to lock the door, and Emily managed to escape. Chapter 6. The lair. With Emily's help, the police found the basement in an abandoned greenhouse building behind the park. Inside was a hatch leading to an old bomb shelter. In the bunker, they found signs of a struggle, scraps of food, ropes, and children's belongings scattered across the floor. But Sarah and Megan were already gone, and the man himself, nowhere to be found. It was like he vanished into thin air. Chapter 7. The letter. A few days after the raid on the basement, Megan's mother received a letter. Inside was a photograph of her daughter, frightened but alive. On the back, written in jagged handwriting, "She's still playing with me. Don't interfere." Signed, The Shadow. The police launched a manhunt, but he was never caught. Chapter 8. The last walk. Weeks later, people began to hope it was over. But one evening, a young woman walking her dog noticed a dark figure deep in the trees. He was standing perfectly still, watching the playground where a little girl was playing. The woman screamed and ran to the girl, but when she looked back, the figure was gone. She swore that when their eyes met, she saw something inhuman in them, cold and empty. Finaleith Park remains quiet now, almost deserted. People say that if you wander there after dark, you can still spot a black figure sitting on the bench, vanishing if you get too close. And sometimes, notes appear pinned to trees with new names and times. To this day, no one knows who he is, where he came from, or where he hides. Outro for the video. If you like this story, leave a like and comment below. Do you believe someone like him could be hiding among us? And remember, stay safe, especially in the park.